Namaskaram, namaskaram everyone. Namaste, please.
Good evening, Sadhguru. My name is Ayush Bhatt. I'm a second year MBA student here at IIM Bangalore. First question that I have for you is, so all of us here at IIM Bangalore, we have been good at academics. That's how we made it to this campus. And quite funny enough, we are often reminded as well, we're told and reminded that we are champs. Some of us were champions.
Oh, champions.
Yeah. And some of us were state level.
See, these are things you must say properly because chimps, you say. I'm thinking, what happened? Some evolutionary backstep happened. You're a champion, all right.
You've spoken a great deal about the percentage difference in DNA between humans and chimps. Okay, but so some of us were state toppers, somebody else was a national player. But the moment we land on campus, right, the system is designed in a way that only one will be a topper. The rest of us, we won't get that badge or get to stand on that podium. A lot of us suffered our first academic setback on this campus. My question to you is, because the system is designed in such a way, how do we deal with that stress?
Is this a common issue? Say, unfortunately, you didn't start this in this institution. From the day you went to your kindergarten school, people were always asking, are you first, second or third? Including your mother did not ask you, how are the other children doing? She asked you, are you first or not? So if you have to be first, every other child has to be below you. If others are doing worse than you, if that's the only pleasure you have in your life, it's a very bad way to live. Well, we managed to do a few things with little force because we're in a competitive mode. Competition means your whole thing is about doing little better than somebody else. It's a very poor way to live because each individual, each human being have their own unexplored genius within themselves. The tragedy of humanity right now is over 90% of the human beings will pass through their entire life, they'll go to their grave without ever touching the innate qualities of what they're competent of, what they're capable of, what they could be. Because everybody's put through the same system, it's an extruder. When you come out, all of you should look the same. See, if you put something through an extruder machine, you're not a technical guy, you're a literature man. So, if you put something through an extruder, all the products should look same. One should shine little better than the other, that's a different matter. But see, when you went to school, they called it a nursery, right? Early on. Like at least you have seen plant nurseries. That means life needs nurture, not extrusion. Because every life is unique and it's a possibility. Does somebody have the patience and the commitment to explore that possibility? Unfortunately, we don't. Neither the parents, nor the teachers, nor most adults in the world have the necessary commitment to nurture an individual person to their highest possibility. Everybody's in a hurry. So we best put them through some system and come out. In some way you're useful, in some job. So first of all, we must decide, where do we want to go? What is it that we want to do with our life? See, you're still young, probably this thought never came to you, but let me remind you, we were just talking about this when we were in that room. All of us are dying kind of life, are we? Hello? You're all dying kind or no? I'll bless you with a long life, but are you dying kind or are you immortal people? So what this means is, we have a limited amount of time. We can't control time. It's rolling for all of us. At the same pace, yes or no? Are we in talking terms or no? Yes. Is time rolling for all of us at the same pace? Yes. It's going away. As we sit here, We may think, oh, my clock is going like this. No, what's happening is my life is ticking away. It is, for every one of us. Maybe you have a little more time than me, but it's ticking away for all of us. So this limited amount of time, in some way, every human being, whatever their idea of life, they want to max it in some way. Some people want to eat maximum amount of food they can eat, some people want to have maximum pleasure they can have, some people want to earn maximum they can earn, some people want to know maximum things that they can know, whatever, but we want to max it, one way or the other. So to max it, somebody told you if you have education you can do it, so you're here. In a way, isn't it? If you get this kind of education, you can find maximum expression in the world. It's fine, I have nothing against it. But you should not forget why you're educating yourself. It's not like you shoot somewhere, wherever it hits. Can I tell you a story?
Sure.
This happened. Once Shankaran Pillai was in United States and he was there and things happening, and then his son, who was also in another part of United States, fell in love with an American girl, a white girl, and he married her. Shankaran Pillai said, this is it, finished. We are Indians, we must get an Indian girl. You married a white girl, I'm done with you, we're never going to see you again. So right there in the same country, but he never let him come to their home, nor did he go. But after 3 years, he heard that they have a baby. Then his wife is having FaceTime with a little baby and she's in ecstasy, the grandchild. So he put a rule, you cannot go and see their faces, that white baby I don't want to see. But one day, a child is growing up. One day he just peeped and saw what is like, oh, my grandchild, but you can't let this happen. But the child is growing up, child became 5 years of age. Then slowly, wife said, to hell with you coming or not coming, I'm going. They're in Minnesota, I'm going right there. So he tried to stop her, but he also wants to go. Then both of them traveled. So they were living on a large farm, the son and his wife and the little boy, who was about 6 years of age now. Then he saw the son, everything changed. Maybe that evil white woman, it doesn't matter, but this is my DNA, This is how it works in India, please know. So he fell in love with the grandson only, son and daughter-in-law, grandson, total. So he was walking around with this little lively thing all around him and he is completely blown away. Then this little boy said, Grandpa, you want to see me? I can shoot an arrow really well. Come, I'll show you. So you took him into the barn. There he saw targets drawn in different places. Everywhere, the arrow is straight in the bullseye. Shankaran Pillai looked at this, what, you did this? He said, yes, Grandpa. From 50 meters, right in the dead bullseye, bullseye. Then immediately he started thinking, this is our DNA. We produced Arjunas, Ekalavyas, the whole legacy what we have. Here it is finding expression in Minnesota. Then he looked at him with tears in his eyes. How do you do this? Grandpa, I first shoot and then write the target around it. Don't do this with your life. So, what is it that we want to do as a life? As a life, you want to become a full-fledged life. How is the question, isn't it? Do it whichever the way you want, but somehow You should become a full-blown life. What is a full-blown life? See, with every other piece of life, if you take a grasshopper or a frog or a tiger or a tree, we know what is a full-fledged mango tree, we know what is a full-fledged tiger, we know what is a full-fledged grasshopper, but we don't know what is a full-fledged human being. Hello? We don't know what is a full-fledged human being. We do so many things and still you don't know whether you're really full-fledged or not, because it looks like there's something more and something more and something more. Even if you're on your deathbed, still it looks like there is something more. Something else could have been done. But this struggle no other creature has. If you're born as a tiger, if you just eat good food, you'll become a good tiger. You're born as a human being, if you just eat well, you're not going to become a good human being. You educate yourself, you meditate, you pray, you go to temple, you mosque, church, and whatever you call all the gods in the universe, still you don't know what the hell is happening with you. Hello? Just about when you're thinking you're doing well, like you, young children grew up, they became teenagers and they told the parents, you are no good. They've not told you yet, all the adults I'm asking, they've told you. So, what is a full-fledged human being? Once you come as human, you must explore that, isn't it? You can't shoot somewhere, wherever it sticks, write a target and say, I did it. This is okay for a child. You cross that, I'm saying.